Welcome to episode 2 of Market Insights. Thank you so much for the viewers' support. The goal of Market Insights is not to put down against any developer. It's for the investor to know the truth behind all the glitz and glamour of the renders. For example, today we're going to talk about Sobha Hartland. I know it looks very different from the renders that you've seen, the Miami, the private beach, the Crystal Lagoon, but this is the reality, right? So that's Sobha Hartland. But to make it more spicier, we're going to compare Sobha Hartland with Dubai Hills. I can compare it with any community, whether it's Creek Harbour, downtown Dubai. Why I'm comparing with Mina Rashid, why I'm comparing it with Dubai Hills or any of these products, because they're all the same price range. Sobha Hartland, Dubai Hills, Dubai Creek Harbour, Mina Rashid are all between the 2,300 to 2,700 dirham per square foot. So which product would you invest in as an investor once you see the reality of things? So my only concern with Sobha, number one concern with Sobha is the fact that you have Azizi right here. It's common in the market that Azizi has not the best quality. Some of the contractors in Azizi were my friends, so I truly know what the construction quality of Azizi is. There have been investors who have offered me their products to resell in the market, but I haven't sold an Azizi product in my life and I would never do it. Now on the other side, so you've got 13,000 of these apartments. So it goes all the way to the end. 13,000 of these apartments going to hit the market. Right back opposite, you have Sobha Hartland. Now Sobha Hartland, you've got these. I'm going to compare these two communities. So we're going to visit both these communities, Sobha Hartland and Dubai Hills, and I want you to decide why the prices or the rents, the sale value and the rental value of Sobha Hartland is either stagnant or going lesser. Let's understand why. So now we are going to enter Sobha Hartland, as you can see, and we are going to do a comparative with the entrance of Dubai Hills or Dubai Creek Harbour or downtown Dubai or Arabian Ranches. But just for an understanding, this is the entrance of Sobha Hartland. There's another entrance from the Al Khail roadside. Yes, no doubt in terms of a location, it is fantastic. It's right bang opposite downtown. But then why aren't the prices rising? So Sobha Hartland is divided into 3 districts. There's a waterfront district. Ahead, we're going to see the Burj Khalifa district and a garden district. I'll show you all the 3 districts. So see the retail outlets. So as you can see, it's not what I would expect out of a premier community. It feels more like a very business bay vibe, but a developing business bay. So you did understand. Look at this, and we're going to look at some of the premium communities in Dubai. So when there are buildings back to back, very close to each other, I have a concern. It tickles my red flags. So this is one of the main supermarkets of Sobha Hartland. We'll go check it out. But before that, so the waterfront district comprises of Waves Grande, and the Crest. Now, for the guys who invest in Waves, especially these apartments, the triangular shaped apartments, which face the Ras Al Khor Wildlife Sanctuary, they had a bomb because they've got really nice views. Because Hartland Greens are low-rise buildings. I'll take you around Hartland Greens. I really like these buildings. So people invested in Waves Grande. What about them? I might feel bad. Those guys bought one bed at 1.65 million dirhams. One beds. What about them? But let's check out the grocery store first. See, I'm not criticizing, but when I show you the amenities in other communities, you will understand. So this is my favorite district, to be honest. It's called the Garden District. So Hartland Greens, low-rise buildings. It has a park nearby. So this is the Hartland's park area. It's a small park, but the floor plans were really nice. The quality of construction was fantastic. Right opposite me are the Forest Villas. Phenomenal villas. Now Sobha is known for its quality. No doubt in terms of quality, Sobha is phenomenal, excellent quality. I wish they maintained the quality of Hartland Greens. One of my favorite buildings, I have personally sold in OPA, One Park Avenue. It was to some end users from Canada, and they were extremely happy with the investment. Now, the buildings that I did not like a lot were those ones that you see in that end in the Burj Khalifa district. It's called Creek Vista Grandes, because they were very tiny apartments. The one beds around 450 square foot to 500 square foot. So I had some issues with those apartments. I think the floor plans were just, and hence the price and the rental value. You can see it; it reflects. I'll just show you that. I need to say, I'll tell you some important facts about the lagoon. Oh, they opened a Choitram as well. Choitram's a good brand. See, I want to make it. See, the goal is to be brutally honest. Choitram is a good brand. Of course, I prefer a Cafe or a Spinneys, but Choitram's not bad. So this district, the Garden District, is not bad. But focus on the roads. Can you see the road length? So the roads, we need to understand that once all these buildings are handed over, all the crests, and there are a few private developers building over here. Once they all hand over, will this road be able to sort the traffic? Now you can see the traffic right now there. I'm going to drive across. I'll show you the traffic because it's school time. But what happens once all the buildings get handed over? All the apartments get handed over. So I think I'll get stuck in traffic. Let's see how much time I'll be stuck in traffic for. Okay. No, it's the school time, but see, these are the minor differences between master developers. It takes time to become a master developer like Emaar. Emaar's taken 20 years of learning. In Dubai Marina was, according to them, one of their biggest mistakes, because 20% was Emaar, 80% were private developers. Then they evolved to downtown, where 80% Emaar took control, and now they're 100% control of their communities, because it's complicated, you know, like it's not easy to completely plan and execute a perfect community. It takes years and years of experience. So yes, Sobha Hartland has this one school called North London Collegiate. So the North London Collegiate is one of the most expensive schools in Dubai, which is it has its pros and cons. We'll discuss in person once we do connect. Then you have Sobha Hartland School. It's not that prominent. Even in the KHD ratings, it's not very prominent. It's not a preferred school. It's not like a GEMS or the American school. So now I'll explain the schools in, let's say, in an Emaar community. They accommodate it all. So they have British, American and IB curriculum school, just to make sure that they don't miss out on anyone.
One eternity later.
Still stuck in traffic. We will reach the Burj Khalifa district. We will reach. So this is the Burj Khalifa district. These buildings over here, as you can see from outside, they're very, very tiny apartments. Now I'll explain the pricing, and I want to show this lagoon, and then we'll head to Dubai Hills. I mean, if you look at the parking, so I was surprised. I actually came to meet a friend. So most of the people living in Sobha Creek, in Creek Vista Grande, are the agents themselves, because of the less rent. So the biggest advantage that Creek Vista Grande got was the agents could stay in a fantastic place close to downtown, but not exactly. But it didn't help in achieving ROIs for investors. So again, see, I'd like to reiterate before I show you the lagoon. I'd like to confirm on Sobha in terms of quality is phenomenal. In terms of location, we are right next to downtown Dubai. Let's see, my problem again, wrong marketing. I think the renderings were too unreal. Like the whole Miami thing was very, very unreal. There's no private beach over here. These electric wires were a big concern for several investors. And we never had a proper answer as to when they will go. My major concern, as you can see, so now we are in show. I feel like the buildings are very back to back. The roads again are too narrow. There are multiple exit points, so that should not be a major concern. Hartland Greens, the Green District, had good floor plans. As they proceeded, I feel like the floor plans got really unlivable. Like a one bed between 450 and 500 square foot, an end user cannot live in it. Only an investor can take it and give it out for Airbnb. And then there's a lot of underwriting that takes place, a lot of unethical underwriting, so that can happen with such small floor plans. And the same repeated, they kept repeating. Now, I don't know if you can see this building. So that building over there, that standalone single building, can you see that? Is it clear? That is where Sobha 1 is. I'll take you to that location as well, so you understand. Now in the far side you can see Dubai Creek Harbour. Now because Emaar was building Dubai Creek Harbour, private developers started taking lands nearby. And yes, you have a beautiful Russell Khor Sanctuary view over there. So any apartment with that view, yes, it has potential, but they're taking advantage of just that view. In Sobha 1 is the same thing, but there's no 18-hole golf course. So some consultant said, oh, there's an 18-hole golf course, 5 buildings. No, it's just 5 buildings in a lonely location. These are buildings back to back in a small location at a fantastic location. But if the floor plans aren't right, the prices won't rise. It'll stay stagnant or it'll go down. That is your concern as an investor. So this is the famous lagoon. So if there are any investors who have been told that there's a private beach and I mean the Crystal Lagoon is real, but that is the lagoon area. So this is where so you can see it. So that's Sobha Hartland. So for me the funniest part was there was an AI enabled app called Really. So they said that Sobha Hartland is one of the best places to invest at the right price. Yes, so there are some good products. Now again, Sobha is a phenomenal, the quality is fantastic. Just have to be very careful on which product you invest. One Park Avenue is really good. I had suggested people to invest in S Tower, especially the ones that face the sea, not the road view, the sea view units. The villas are phenomenal. I love Forest Villas. But over here, I told you, when it became post 2021, Sobha started making apartments that are really small. So that you should be really concerned. So if you have units facing the creek, the Russell Khor Wildlife Sanctuary, you're in a good spot, you're in a safe spot. But if your property is facing another building, as you can see, they're all apartments right next to each other. So if it's an apartment facing another building, and your biggest concern is this. So this is the entire army of buildings, a massive supply of 13,000 apartments from Azizi. And because they're not of the most high-end quality, not the most high-end quality of clientele are going to live here, and so it is going to affect the market of this location. So you need to be concerned on the location in which you invest. But now I want you to understand Sobha 1. Let's keep Sobha 1 for another video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to give you a complete analysis on Sobha 1, because if I take you to the location, I don't know, probably I'm going to get some defamation case against me. But now let's head off to Dubai Hills. I have some exciting news to share as well. That's about it. Let's go to Dubai Hills.
So this is Dubai Hills. This is it, and it's not like it's just Dubai Hills. This is any Emaar community. Now, do you see the roads? I mean, it feels like I'm entering another city. So that's the King's College Hospital, London, and you've got a British curriculum school and American curriculum, both by GEMS. Now it's really hot, so I'm heading to the club. So we'll start from the club, and then I'll take you around the community. So it's just the vibe. See, now I've explained in multiple videos of mine, you should invest in the experience. Now, why, whether the market goes up or the market goes down, why an Emaar community does not fail is the experience. It's just people love the community. I mean, I work here, so I know it's just I love the community. Look at the community. So this is an upcoming opportunity that I'd like to discuss in my next video. I'm making a series called Emaar Upcoming Opportunities. I'll put the link below on the video. But this building faces the golf course. So I'm going to show it to you from the other side. And on my left, I have the GEM schools right there. So that's the end, all the GEM schools right there, the British and the American curriculums. So this is just one of the entrances. So any part of Emaar, if you enter, it feels like you're entering some, I can't know, royalty or it's just. So this is, they invest, they make sure the investors or the end users are addicted to the experience. Now it does sound like I'm biased, but it's not that I'm biased. I just look at it. The images, videos don't lie, right? That's why I'm trying to show it out on my videos that it's just reality. So it's not like I have to stand in a nice place or a particular location. Anywhere in the Anywhere in any Emaar community I stand, it looks pretty much like this. I mean, people who live in Dubai, they know this. I mean, it's just beautiful, and it's look at this space. We just go around, take a span shot. It's so much space. I don't feel dingy. I mean, I was there in Sobha, Hartland. I feel like the roads was. I mean, this is the side of a road. You know, the path in which I'm walking. It was so small, so dingy, and here, so beautiful. It's so nice. I feel great. You know, so it's a huge difference. And now my concern is, if for the same price I can buy in Sobha, Hartland, in Dubai Hills, in Dubai Creek Harbour and Mina Rashid, these four places are the same price. The investors should know where they should put their money in. I just want you to know the truth, and then it's your call. If you love that, go for it. Now let's go to the club. See, for me as a person, atmosphere really matters. I cannot go to every mall. I'm not being biased or racist or anything of that sort. I worked hard for me and my family to enjoy a certain kind of lifestyle. I like a classy atmosphere. I like a nice vibe. I like a certain kind of vibe, a certain kind of quality, a certain kind of finish of living. I get that. I get that here. I feel it here. I don't know if you can feel it, but just sitting down over here, I feel at peace. You know, I feel happy. I'm relaxed, and that it's like when you see some movies, some like the top stars, let's say an Al Pacino or a John Travolta. In Bollywood, it's Shah Rukh Khan. You know, they when you watch their movies, they leave something. When you hear a person singing, your favorite singer, let's say Celine Dion, when they sing, it leaves a certain impact. Right? That's the same thing with a beautiful house or a beautiful community. It leaves that impact, you know, and for me, that impact really matters. So if I can buy at the same price, if I have an atmosphere like this as a choice, and an atmosphere like this, a living experience like this, no pandemic, no market crash is going to affect it. I don't have to speak. I mean, the place speaks for itself. So I'm going to put a link below called Emaar upcoming launches. I've made a valley. I'm going to make a Dubai Hills. There is a property that's going to come with this view. Of course, it's going to sell. It makes sense. It's a low-rise building. And see, right now, this particular video, it's a comparative analysis. It's not about. It's about how you should think before investing in a place like Dubai, because there's so much of fake marketing renders. If you compare a rendering provided by Emaar and the reality, it'll always look the same. But if you compare the rendering of any private developer, of course, the government has a responsibility. They cannot give such fake. They have a reputation to maintain. I mean, look at the kind of properties that Emaar makes, you know. I mean, the kind of people who live here, of course, are billionaires, you know. So they have a reputation to maintain. It's not the same with private developers. They spend more on marketing. Like I've told you, Sobha, Demac, Azizi, they have about 600 agents. Now, these agents are on a hire and fire mode. They're on such high targets that they would say, yes, Sobha 1 is on a golf course, on an 18-hole golf course. They probably don't even know what an 18-hole golf course looks like. So this is what it looks like. So, we're still going to go. I'm going to show you some bits, some of my favorite bits of the society of Dubai Hills. But make a wise decision. Understand what the market provides. I mean, I feel bad for the investors who bought at between 2,000 and 2,500 dirham per square foot in Sobha, Hartland, when they could have bought in communities like Dubai Hills, Creek Harbour, Mina Rashid. I mean, do let me know in the comments below if it makes sense.
Okay, now I can see
So
a
now this is
gazelle
Dubai
in
Hills
front of me. I
Park.
saw
Now if
three
I compare it to the
gazelles.
park, we
If
were
we're
at
lucky,
Sobha
we can get it on
Hartland.
camera.
I mean, it's unfair to compare.
If we are
But then
lucky.
why are the developers comparing prices if it's unfair to compare the facilities? Why are the prices comparable? It now in this video it may look like I know the developers are going to come against me, and they're going to be like, Zoeb, it's unfair you making such videos. But then give me fair pricing. You cannot compare this. I mean, look at this product. This is one of the biggest parks in Dubai. It's inside a community. I'm not even talking about Dubai Hills Mall. In Dubai Hills Mall, there's a storm coaster, one of the fastest indoor roller coasters in the world. It's amazing. And Dubai Hills Mall, it's a mall which now I've gotten addicted to Dubai Hills Mall. It's just fantastic. Now imagine living in one of these buildings. Now, if I take a short span around now, do you remember the span that we took around Sobha Hartland? It doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't. You have to be here to understand the difference, and hence, of course, these are going to hold value, and hence you will find their rental value, their sale value. It always stands strong. It increases in price. I mean, people who invested in Mulberry, I mean, they've made again, 60-70% of what they invested in. It's fantastic product. Dubai Hills Mall is evident. I'll show you one more place, our commercial district. Now these also matter. So there are schools, hospitals, amenities, the Dubai Hills Mall. Now I'll just show you the commercial district and we'll wrap up this video. I'm trying to make the video as concise as possible. So now I'm standing at the commercial district of Dubai Hills. So there's a block of Emaar commercial buildings, 5 blocks over there, and a couple of blocks of commercial districts over here. You can see Park Height Square. So I'm at Park Height Square 1. That's where my office is, on 3rd floor. But do you see how it's a complete community, how a master developer has planned the whole community? There will be a commercial district, there's a hospital, there's a school, there's a park, low-rise buildings on the park, low-rise buildings on the golf course, there's a golf club, high-end villas, regular villas, and hence slowly the prices kept rising. Investors always kept making profit, and now it's hard for an investor to make profit. If it's only an end user who's crazy about Dubai Hills, he would invest, but still there's a high amount of transactions happening in Dubai Hills. The rental values, the investors are enjoying such high rents. I mean, a person who invested in a 4-bed around 3 to 3.5 million dirhams is now enjoying close to 300 to 350,000 dirhams in rent. So, okay, the goal of today's comparative analysis is make a wise decision. Whether it's Sobha Heartland, there will be a few products. In Sobha, yes, you should understand what their strong points are. The strong point is construction quality. So that is why S Tower, a penthouse of Sobha, made a lot of sense. A nice villa at the right price makes sense. A property with the right view will make sense. But try to look into the future of the master plan. Will the developer be able to perform? What is the road infrastructure like? What is the connectivity like? Are the buildings back to back? Will it be filled with buildings? There's too much of population, hence there'll be higher traffic. So these are the ways you should look at a community, understand a community, and you'll be able to make the right decision. So I hope. So it's funny, any rendering you take. So that was a rendering of Emaar. Let's just go and see it. So I've done this in Creek Harbour. I've gone through all the renderings and it looks exactly the same. So these were the renderings of Dubai Hills. They're exactly the same. But now if I show you the renderings of, let's say, a crest, and I compare it to the crest, it's not the same. And this is my problem with developers. Why do you portray the wrong image?
If you have a good product, just speak out what. And if you feel like the product doesn't stand up to it, then work on the pricing. I mean, it's a competitive market. You know, my goal is investors should not lose money. My goal is education. My goal is providing value, and let's all make money. Thank you for watching. Mohammed Zohaib. Experience the experience.